I'm Dr. Casey Solari-Williams, and I'm the Director of the Health Program. And this video today will give you different explanations and hopefully answer some questions about what the Health Internship course or Fieldwork course is all about. The Health Internship course is HLT 4392 or 4393. Here's some basic bits of information about being an intern in the health program. So today we'll cover just some basics about the health internship, the course, the process. First, starting with meeting all of the course requirements, enrolling in the actual course itself, searching for and securing a site, attending all mandatory class meetings, including an orientation, completing all of the required coursework over the course of the semester, and completing all of the required hours, fieldwork hours, over the course of the semester. So first, let's talk about the course requirements. One of the biggest concerns students have is dealing with going through the program and not knowing which courses to take at which time, especially the internship course. The most important requirement for reaching the stage of taking the internship course is to take all of your required health courses first, going according to your degree plan, whether it's the allied health track, public health track, or health promotion track. The internship or fieldwork course should be the last course you take prior to graduation. Exceptions for this are people who only have electives or required courses for their minor after interning. The degree plan that we've created has a sequence that is kept in mind for the students to grow and develop their skills, and this preparation of growth and development brings you to this culminating event, the internship course. So as a program, we expect this process to work in your favor and get you ready to be out in the field in that safe space of the internship, but really truly practicing for what it is that you will be doing in your future careers. So this is a challenge when the internship course is taken out of place. So this preparation has now been put into place where your prereqs for your required health courses will help you maintain a steady pace over the course of your career at U of H. And as I said before, we expect our students to go into the field well equipped to put the knowledge and the skills learned in the class into application in the real world setting. And this is, again, a challenge if you're not prepared for that experience. So with that in mind, when you reach that point of you've met all your required health courses, you've completed all of those, and you're ready to register, you'll enroll in the previous semester, the last semester of your degree experience, like I said, unless you have some other courses for your minor or elective to take the semester after you intern. But you enroll in this course, and then we'll conduct an eligibility screening. You'll be contacted by your advisor if you do not meet the requirements prior to being dropped for the course, but do know that you must meet all requirements before you intern. Again, all required health course for your degree plan must be taken before that occurs. This does not include electives, just the required health courses for your degree plan. So, and after screening the emails will be sent directly to those students who are enrolled in the course to assist with giving you information about securing a site, and any email use will continue up until Blackboard is open and available for communication to go forward in Blackboard. Once Blackboard is open for the students, all course correspondence must go through Blackboard messages. So on the screen now you see that there are two different courses and three different types of ways that you can be enrolled in these courses. First, HLT 4392, it was requiring 160 hours, and this one is where you enroll if this is your first time interning. If you are going to intern for a second time, or you're going to request approval to intern at 2 sites or at 1 site for extended hours, then you'll also enroll or either enroll in 4393. Again, HLT 4392 is for first-time interns, and it's a 160-hour requirement over the course of the semester. HLT 4393 is also 160 hours, but this is for a second-time intern or for concurrent enrollment in 4392 for completing 160 hours at two different sites, or 320 hours total at 1 site. Again, if you have questions over this, please contact your advisor or me for further explanation. I stated a moment ago that eligibility screening will occur after the registration period begins, or as the registration period is going on, and then emails will start coming to those students who have received clearance to continue on in the course. Once those emails start coming, you'll get information about sites, contact information, and other details. We'll talk about that in a moment. But then once Blackboard opens, all correspondence must go through that site. So I just mentioned you'll have that eligibility screening, and then emails will start to come to all students enrolled in the course. These emails will include an internship handbook, which describes potential internship sites as well as contact information for potential supervisors. We do our best to keep our contact information updated, but sometimes the contact person has changed since our last intern placement. So do your due diligence in finding out who the right person is to talk to if this happens to you. So once you know who to contact, begin marketing yourself. This approach should be similar to a job search. Have your updated resume and cover letter in email format ready to go. Provide the site with that resume. Become familiar with the site you're interested in. Be an active participant in your planning your experience. As I stated earlier, this experience is intended to give students the opportunity to apply the knowledge and skills acquired in classes to a real-world setting. Sites should be willing to provide hands-on training and leadership opportunities for interns. You are not there to volunteer and provide no-cost labor. You are still a student in training, and the experience should reflect that. Make sure your potential site supervisor understands our expectations and is willing to support your training and professional development. If you would like help in preparing for a site search, U of H Career Services can assist you with preparing your resume, cover letter, and practicing interview skills. Reach out to them early as they service the entire university and appointments go fast. This is another incentive to prep for this experience early, ideally the semester before you expect to intern. Even though the handbook is only sent to eligible students, the list of approved sites is always available on the Health Internship webpage. If you're interested in interning at a location that is not on our current list, you must obtain approval in writing prior to beginning the internship. Email me with details about your site of interest. Include the same type of information as the sites in the handbook in the email that you send. And then if you want to have a verbal conversation, that is fine, but always follow up that verbal conversation with an email. Only approvals in writing will be recognized as official. Interning at your current place of employment is not the ideal situation nor the intent of the course, but it is an option only if your supervisor is willing to allow you to complete additional hours beyond your paid hours and your learning experiences in project or projects go beyond the scope of your current paid position. All of the requirements must be written in detail in your site agreement, and written approval must be obtained prior to beginning the internship. So again, you secured your site now. Let's recap. You're enrolled in the course. You've been screened for eligibility. You've secured your site. One of the first documents that makes this internship official is the site agreement. What is the site agreement? A site agreement is like an internship contract. It must include details about your expected learning experiences, what major project or projects you'll be responsible for, or play a major role in planning, implementing, and or evaluating. The agreement must also give an overview of what your schedule will be to ensure you complete your required hours by the deadline for the semester that you intern. Fall deadlines are usually the beginning of December. Spring is usually early May, and summer is usually early August. So prepare to plan accordingly. Specific dates for each semester will be sent to all students after the eligibility screening. So here's an example of what the site agreement template looks like. This is also one of those documents that are available on the internship website for you to refer to. Now, some of the requirements include that it's on organization's letterhead, but you don't have to use this template that you see, but the content that is necessary includes information about what learning experiences you'll have during the internship, what project or multiple projects that you'll be responsible for, and as well as, again, your proposed schedule and when you'll be expected to complete your required hours. Schedules can change to meet you and your site's needs, but this agreement must include an initial schedule to just get the process started and confirm that you are placed. The agreement must also state, again, that you have a deadline to meet these hours. You must honor this deadline. There are penalties for not meeting the deadline. There are also penalties for not reaching your required number of hours over the course of the semester. So pay attention to that. All that information will be found in the syllabus, but these are just some good things to have in mind when having the conversation with a potential site supervisor. So I also mentioned that there are class meetings and different coursework expectations for the course of the semester you're interning. So first, there's an orientation meeting. And during that time, this is considered the official first class meeting. And for fall and spring semesters, this meeting is typically held during the first week of classes and the evening time. For summer interns, the meeting is usually scheduled before the summer session begins, since the summer has fewer weeks, but the hour requirements are the same. This early meet will help interns maximize their time so that you can get those 160 hours completed on schedule. By the time of the orientation meetings, students should have already secured a site. You may not be at the point where you've already started accumulating hours, but ideally you should have secured a site. There are issues with that. Please make sure that we are in communication. During the semester, there's typically at least one, let me say that. There was at least one additional class meeting. This is a check-in time. This is a time to provide updates, give feedback, meet with your peers to see what their experiences are like, learn from some of the mistakes they've made, learn from some of the successes they've had, and see how you can improve your experience going forward the rest of the semester. And this is also where we talk about the final course materials, expectations, what you will be reporting on, and we'll talk about that in more detail in just a moment. All class meetings, including that orientation meeting, are mandatory. Points for your course grade are only awarded and information is only given to those in attendance at the meetings. All details about expectations and penalties regarding submitting coursework late or not reaching the required number of hours, like I've stated before, are described in the course syllabus. So here are the different types of required documents that students are submitting during the semester of the internship. Each task is assigned a certain number of points, and points are awarded based on following directions and timely submission. So you have the site agreement, which you saw a sample of, your resume, which you should be sending to your site before you obtain the official agreement or official go ahead or clear to intern with them. Then you'll be evaluated in the middle point of the semester, and then again at the end, so you see the midterm and final evaluations. You'll also be submitting a final report. This is a written paper of your experience and a description of instructions and what information must be included is one of those things discussed at that other class meeting. And then you also keep a daily log. A template for this will be provided for you in the daily log, the final evaluation, the midterm evaluation, and of course the site agreement. Where you see those asterisk marks, those require a site supervisor's signature. And we'll discuss those again once you're enrolled in the class in more detail. Again, I stress that initial course correspondence will be sent via email before Blackboard is open and available and before students are loaded into the Blackboard system for the courses. But once Blackboard is available for use, all 100%, every single bit of course communication must go through Blackboard messages. All assignments must be submitted via the Blackboard submission link. Announcements are sent from Blackboard. Now they're forwarded to your university email as a courtesy, and but do not reply to these. If there's anything in that content that you have a concern or question about, send a message in Blackboard. Note that even if you miss the emails, all announcements are posted in the announcements section of Blackboard. Make sure that you're staying up to date and always staying on top of your deadlines and requirements and any messages that may have been sent directly to you within the Blackboard system. So let's go through this one more time, a quick recap. Make sure that you're prepared to take the internship course by meeting all the course requirements and having all of your required health required courses taken. When enrollment comes, make sure that you're ready to enroll at the same time. You could be, now that you know that you've taken all the required coursework, you could be simultaneously searching for a supervisor, and a potential site. So all of these two could be happening around the same time or one after the other. Attend an orientation and additional class meetings. Complete all of your required coursework over the course of the semester. Complete your required hours by the deadline within your semester, and always use Blackboard once the semester begins. If you go through all of these, following all these instructions, doing things the way that you've been told and in a timely fashion, hopefully your experience will be life-changing, meaningful, impactful, as well as help guide you towards your next path, because when you finish all these things, the next thing for you to do is graduate. That is all that I have for this video, but if you have any questions after viewing it in its entirety, please contact your academic advisor. I want you to remember to be proactive about your degree plan. The advisors are guides and resources. You are in the driver's seat and must play an active role in the successful completion of your degree. When you meet with your advisor, have an agenda and a list of questions ready to go. This is your degree, your experience, your life, so get involved. I look forward to working with all of you. Be well.